A line is composed into two main aspects when written as an equation, slope and y-intercept. So we have the equation y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope of the equation and b is the y-intercept. So we're going to talk about how to interpret the slope. Now, the first thing I want to mention is that the y-intercept, regardless of what it is, does not affect the slope or rate of the function. It just moves the function up or down, but it doesn't affect the steepness of the line. Slope is the important part here. So the first one we're going to look at is we're going to pick a whole number just to make this easy to work with and easy to understand. We're going to pick a number 5. Slope is rise over run, change in y over change in x. So if it's a whole number, it might be easier to think of as a fraction than a decimal, or just a whole number, but think of this as 5 over 1. So we have a rise of 5 per 1 in run. So for every increase by 1 in x, we're going to increase by 5 in y. Increase by 1 in x, increase by 5 in y. And that's what the slope is telling you. As x increases by 1, y increases by 5. Now if the slope is 3.032, same thing. As x increases by 1, y increases by 3.03. If x is negative, what's going to happen is instead of increasing, it's going to decrease. So as x increases by 1, y is now decreasing by 3.67 because the slope is now negative 3.67. So it's going, as x increases, y decreases when the slope is negative. When the slope is positive, as x increases, y increases. If x is 0, then we have 0 over some number, 0 as the rise. It's never going to rise, it's just going to lay flat. It's a horizontal line. So when the slope is 0, when you have 0 times x, so there's no x, it's just a constant, it's just this b constant, then the line's going to be flat. The larger the number, the steeper the line. So if we have a number closer to 10, notice this line gets really steep because for every increase in 1x, we're going up by close to 10y. But if it's a smaller number, like 5, we're only going up by 5.27 in y per increase in 1 in x. So it's not as steep as the number gets closer and closer to 0, and that makes sense because when we get to 0, the line becomes flat. Now, someone might ask you, here's one function, and if we increase x by 3, how much does y increase by? So for every 1 increase in x, we're going to get an increase in 3.67 in y. So if x increases by 3, we're just going to multiply this by 3. Just plug it in for x. Forget the y. Remember, the y is not affected when we're playing with x. It's not affected. It does not affect the rate or the slope of the function. So plug 3 in for x, and you're going to get a number here. I think it comes out to be 11 maybe? 11. So this number, or y, increases by 11 when x increases by 3. If we pick a number, let's pick 6, as x increases by 4, y is going to increase by 24, 6 times 4, because as x increases by 1, y increases by 6.